It's a good question. What do you think is the population of Jews in the world? It's 12.5 million. That's 1.25 crores. That must be less than the number of Indians that Indians produce each year. They have managed to protect their interests despite being landless orphans for 2000 years. Okay? Why are we discussing LGBTQ issues in a country of 1.4 billion? What do you think is the best possible number of LGBTQ community in this country? The best estimates say roughly 7 crores. Out of a population of 140 crores, 7 crores is the population of this particular group. History tells you that numbers are important, no doubt. But beyond that, what is important is that a vocal minority is better than a silent majority, because it constantly speaks about its interest and it will ensure that you toe their line. Most of us who speak today in the context of LGBTQ communities are extremely scared of being accused of homophobia. आपके लैंग्वेज में एक फिल्टर आ चुका है despite the number of these people being only 7 crores. Why? Because they have done a fantastic job of advocating their cause. They have done a fantastic job of constantly being at it. Relentless attacks. Rightly so. I am a Sanatani optimist and I believe that what we are doing is at the surface level. सरफेस के नीचे बहुत सारा काम हो रहा है जिसकी वजह से आपको ये सारी चीजें दिख रही हैं. Which is to say, Hindu belief is that everything that happens is the product of the prayers of rishis and munis. I'm a very conscious believer in it. We are all at the end of the day only nimitta, instruments. So that is the philosophical answer to it. But the more practical answer to it is, I'll go back to what Sri Pushpendra ji pointed out at the beginning. Nobody could have imagined having this kind of a conversation in the Constitutional Club of India in Lutyens, Delhi in 2014. सोच के देखिए, आपको जगह भी नहीं मिलती. भगवा को देखिए, आपको भगा देंगे. So there is a change. So our job is to accelerate that change and push it even further. I've seen youngsters, especially post 2020, lockdown, according to me, played a significant role in people changing their minds about Sanatana Dharma. क्योंकि सब लोगों को घर पे बैठना पड़ा. What did they do? कोई नए पिक्चर्स तो रिलीज नहीं हो रहे थे, नेटफ्लिक्स पे भी कुछ नया नहीं आ रहा था, तो क्या कर रहे थे? यूट्यूब में सब लोग जाके वीडियोस देख रहे थे. अब कहीं ना कहीं से तो मेरा काला चेहरा तो नजर आ जाएगा, विष्णु जी का चेहरा नजर आ जाएगा, आनंद का, पुष्पेंद्र जी का, राइट? दे स्टार्टेड कंज्यूमिंग द कंटेंट. उसी टाइम पे फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम इन दूरदर्शन आफ्टर 30 years द गवर्नमेंट रिफ्रेशिंगली स्टार्टेड यूजिंग इट्स चाणक्य नीति, और एक ही टाइम पे महाभारत, रामायण और चाणक्य चला दी. बच्चों को बोला तुम इसको देखो बैठ के, यू हैव नथिंग एल्स टू डू, तुम्हें इसको देखना पड़ेगा. How many people fell in love with Chanakya series, you know? Those who saw themselves as Marxists and communists prior to 2020 lockdown. 21 में जब मेरे बुक टूर के दौरान मैं different cities जा रहा था, they would come and tell me, sir, we did not know of your existence prior to the lockdown. We watched your videos, we saw other videos. I am ashamed of my previous opinions. ये बहुत सारी जगहों पे हो रहा है. I've given this example. Parents are Marxists, children have become Hindutvaadis. And they have come and asked, how do we change our parents? How do we follow Sanatana Dharma in this household? I only had to say, Prahalad was born to Hiranyakashipu. Change it. Very few people, actually very few children get the good fortune or the bad fortune the way you see to reform their parents. करो बैठ के. Reverse घर वापसी करो आप. आशा की किरणें बहुत हैं. Which is why, despite my schedule, I make it a point to go on the ground and talk to people. Because Twitter और social media से आपको सिर्फ negativity मिलता है. जहां पे चेंज हो रहा है, जहां पे परिवर्तन हो रहा है, वो आपको ठीक से समझ में नहीं आए. ग्राउंड इंटरेक्शंस का सबसे बड़ा स्ट्रेंथ ये होता है दैट आपको समझ में आ जाता है कि आप किसी दीवार के साथ बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, जो आप बात कर रहे हैं वो लोगों को जाके पहुंच रही है. सो डोंट लूज होप, बिकॉज यू आर आवर होप. डोंट लूज होप. हिंदूज डू नॉट हैव द लग्जरी ऑफ बीइंग होपलेस एट ऑल. ये आर्या पार की लड़ाई है.